Hello, everybody. I am LW, and this is the Latchbar podcast. This is my point of view on exercise and diet. Our last presentation, we ended with let's not look like what we eat. Okay, so we want to make sure that we establish that we should be eating in portions. Now, I know portions are difficult, but this is what we have to do, because if you apply to any diet program, or if you were to get, let's be dramatic about it, a gastric bypass, well, they're going to have you eating a half the amount or even less than what you eat now. That's right, because let's say a gastric bypass, they're going to give you a little pouch instead of this big stomach that we have. They're going to make it much, much smaller so that it limits the amount of food that you can intake. Okay? Now, if you were on a program, a diet type program, where they will supply the food for you. So each one of your meals per day, this is what you're going to eat. Your meal portion is going to be cut in half. And that's all you're going to be allowed to eat, unless you go overboard and eat the next day's food. That's not sticking to your program. And that's not being serious about accomplishing your goal. So you want to make sure that you're serious about getting off the habit of eating the amount of food that you're eating. Once you train your mind to be able to do that, you're going to be able to accomplish your goal, because that is what's controlling the amount of food that you're eating. Because I'm going to tell you, if you eat half the amount of food that you're eating today, your body will feel satisfied. Your mind is going to continue to tell you to eat more. Okay? Don't let your mind overtake your health. That's a driving factor, because that's what's happening to all of us. Control your mind and you'll be able to control your eating habits. Now, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that you can do, or you have to even watch out for. Let's say when you go to McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, what have you. Of course, I don't recommend you do it often, but we all do it. Food does taste good. Fast food is good. So you don't want to eat it every day. And you have to be careful about that supersizing. Hey, instead of getting those sugary drinks, get a bottle of water. Instead of getting that supersized serving of French fries, don't supersize those French fries. They're one of the worst for you. But they taste so good, I know you can hardly help it. But a supersized portion of fries from any one of those fast food restaurants, you're going to find yourself with a plate full of French fries. Yeah, give it a try someday. Take that supersized bag and empty it out onto a plate. It's going to fill the plate up. You'll be surprised. So these different servings that you get in a bag or in a container, be aware there's a lot of food in there. I mean, Popeyes, wherever you go. I mean, if it has French fries in there, there's always a lot of French fries. French fries is cooked in oil. They're very fattening. They're very good, but they're very fattening. In fact, most foods that you eat that begin with the color of white usually isn't good for you. I mean, I don't care what it is, potatoes, pasta, whatever it is. I mean, if the inside is white, that doesn't pertain to food like apples and stuff, but food, if it's white, be careful of it. So, portions. That's the way to win your body over. So once you're trained your mind that this is the amount of food that you're going to eat, your body is going to get used to that amount of food. And you're going to see that you're going to start losing weight. I said you should check your weight every day, because if you don't, you're not going to be conscientious of what you're doing. So you want to make sure that you're sticking to your diet, sticking to the amount of foods that you should be eating. Cut out those sugary beverages because they're doing you no good. They're doing you a lot of harm. Sodas. Alcohol has a lot of sugar, okay? Beer. These things have a lot of calories. A bottle of beer, one bottle, 150 calories. That's right. The light beer, they say it's around 90-something calories. But it multiplies very quickly when you drink a six-pack, okay? Now, that doesn't sound like what you ladies might do, but some of you will. But a lot of us guys, we walk around, we have this big beer belly, and that's what it's from. It's from drinking all that beer. Cut out the beer. You'll see that you'll lose weight. Cut out eating a lot of those rich foods that make you gain weight. Like I said, food can be nutritional, but when you overeat whatever it is, it becomes harmful. So you want to cut out the harmful aspect. Overeating is the harmful aspect. And if you love yourself, you'll be more encouraged to do this. Because what's going to happen is something that's going to be very, very ugly as you age and get older. Because it's going to bring on illnesses. I've said that before. I'm repeating it again. I want to make you understand, I want to impress upon you that weight carries all kinds of illnesses, including cancer. That's right. So you want to make sure that you get this under control, because we are so out of control, it doesn't make sense. So you have to start working on it so that you can be in control, so that you can be the person that you want to be, so that you can feel as good as you want to feel. Portions. Portions of food will help get you there. You don't believe me? Just go to most of these Asian countries and you'll see that's what they do. If you can't use your common sense to put on your plate a portion or a half a portion of what you're normally used to eating, then maybe you will need a program, and maybe you will have to be forced to do what needs to be done. A supervised program, someone that's over your shoulder. But then you can still lose it because no one's really there stopping you from eating those cookies and the cakes and the ice creams and all that other stuff, which will add to your problem. So this goes all the way back to that discipline that we talked about. You have to discipline yourself from doing these things, because look at where you're at. You've harmed yourself to the point that you don't think there's any return, but there is. And you have to do something about it. If you're not strong enough to do it, get help. But in the long run, if you're strong enough to do something about it, let's start applying yourself. Applying yourself will get you where you need to go. Diet, exercise, diet, exercise. So after you finish eating, whatever it is that you're eating, don't go and sit down and go to sleep. That's only going to worsen your problem. If you're really serious about your goal, the right thing to do is to go for a walk, is to get on your treadmill, is to get on your bicycle, is to get on your elliptical. That is the right thing to do after you have a bite to eat. Because if you sit down on that sofa and start watching television, everything is going to slow down. And remember, the slow process of your food in your digestive system adds to your weight gain. So keep in mind what you're eating throughout the day. Don't eat multiple times during the day where you are eating meat with each one of your meals. That's no good for you. Meat, in addition, will help you gain weight. Eat more vegetables. So if you have a plate with a different variety, meat, starch, vegetables, make sure your vegetables outweigh anything else on your plate. And I mean green vegetables. Take that for today's lesson. Thank you all very much, and have a great day. And remember, control your portion of how much you're eating, and you'll lose weight. Thank you. Have a good day.